What? Oh, we're live. You won't get headphones now. Well, you can have headphones if I don't have them. But it's up to you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tim Down for Living with MS in Tenerife. The reason there was no music on this one is because I've got the other camera, Anyway, it doesn't matter. We are live, and we do have a special guest. She's just going to get something very important, which is a glass of wine. And I'm hoping that you can hear me, so I'm going to get my tings here. I've been playing with a new toy I bought for Chris, but I'm having it myself.
Whoops, here I am.
I'm going to get one.
Yeah, typical.
What?
He likes it so much.
I'm going to keep it, yeah?
And I get mine for my birthday.
Exactly.
You would just get it.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm testing it, so that's I have to
Yeah.
test it, and then
Excuses.
it's good enough to get for your birthday.
Excuses.
I can actually give you mine for the birthday if you want, and I'll get the pro version.
No.
Ladles and jelly spoons. It is Balcony Banter. And here we are, ladies and jelly spoons. Why is that?
Oh my God.
Why is that? What happened?
Twins.
Oh, because the pocket's pointing at me. Because you left.
I left.
And it followed you round, and then it got me in the
I'm
end.
back, guys.
Exactly.
It's me again.
And I think we're on the right thing and everything like
Yeah.
that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a random comment up. And it is Adam Hussein, 6:30. Yes, Adam Hussein, thank you for coming at, was it 6:30? Is it 30 or 30?
I don't know.
6:30? We call. Good boy.
I was watching the Irish news, but with the sign language yesterday, trying to think, can I learn the weather forecast for Adam? But it would be a different weather forecast because
It would be a
every
different.
country has its own.
But I mean,
that was
you
rain.
can get rain.
Yeah, that was rain.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough of it.
And wind is. I don't know what the wind is. We'll have a look at that. Let's just see where we are. I was watching a Zoom Q8N 4K video, but now I'm going to go to Timothy Dowd, turn the sound off. Adeje updates Q&A with Clio on Balcony Banter call-in show.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da, da. Oh, and I got Booking.com today as a what's it called? As a thingamarooge, as we
Sponsor?
called it. As
Backer?
an advert that I watched.
Oh, okay.
No, we don't have sponsors on this one. We're not that big for sponsors. So I'm just going to check the sound.
There we are.
There we go. And we can hear you as well.
Unfortunately.
Cool, dude. We got 77 people already. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming in. We got Adam Hussein. We got YouTube doesn't show Balcony Banter on its own groups with all the BB shows. My end, it doesn't fit my screen, so I go to your channel to find it. How efficient is this video in presenting the content you were looking for? Extremely efficient. There you go.
Oh, you're rating and vlogging at the same time.
I'm rating and vlogging at the same time. I think what I did I think I put this week's Balcony Banter in the Balcony Banter playlist, but I didn't put last week's Balcony Banter. And I'm not sure whether it shows up in the playlist. John Stephen Woodward, 18 today. Ah, that's right.
Happy birthday.
No, it says, please can you mention John and Diane Woodward from Wigan, but now living in Southport on Riverside Holiday Park, Southport. There you go. I put it. Somebody sent me some goodies.
Oh, nice.
And asked for a shout out.
Good. Well,
which is good.
Yeah, shout out. Sir.
And we'll talk about the goodies in a minute, but that's another story. In the meantime, welcome, Clio.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
How's your shoulder?
I'm now bored. I'm terribly bored. I was saying to somebody recently, guys, I had a shoulder operation 3 weeks ago today, and I have to wear a sling 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm. So you're like a vegan, basically. It's the only thing you can talk about now.
Yeah. But I can't drive. I can hardly walk because back problems. And I was thinking, it's like bloody COVID.
Didn't a great, good-looking guy take you shopping on Saturday?
No, I went with you. The great good-looking guy cancelled at the last minute, and I phoned you instead. Ha, ha, ha. Yes, we had a wonderful time.
Ha ha ha! Indeed.
we
Indeed,
ran up and down the aisles of Mercadona, fleeing goods carelessly into trolleys.
We did. Pandemaine's on. David Butler. I love you, Butler. I love you, Butler. Martin Voss. Adam's again there. Brian Kinslow. Hello, Brian.
Hiya, Brian.
Rocky Earth Guy. Glad everyone's today. Live stream. Good you're here. Jesse's coming in today. I'm wondering where he is. We wonder where he is.
Is
And
that the question
also
of the day?
Michael for Edinburgh and Beyond said he was coming in 6:30.
Gonna be
And of
very
course
busy.
we've got another guy, Adam Hussein.
Yeah.
Which what I've got to do, I've only got place for 4 that I've set up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Adam in the middle, look small.
Okay.
So he can wave at us.
All right.
There you go.
Oh, and there's my phone ringing.
There you can
I better
answer
take it.
Yeah.
Will you excuse me?
I'll tell you what it
people?
is. It's somebody asking if you want to go change to Yo Ego.
Hola.
Hiya, Adam. Living the Dream's on. Anna Marie Elton is on, of course. David Butler. Angry Velo is on. 6:30. Yeah, 6:30. 6:30. 6:30. 6:30. 6:30. Adam, 6:30. Yes. We have Double Tim. Oh no, that was way back when. Vinny's on. Good evening from a windy hook. Kev Weaver, Trisha Slater, Alan in the Hat, not to be confused with Alan's homemade vlogs. QQ, Armsling Clio, yeah, she had an operation on her tendons. Anne-Marie Elton, Vinny, hi Anne, Craig, evening everybody. Linka Satkin, everybody in the chat. Rocky's on, Trisha, living the dream, hi everybody, we're saying hi to hi. I wish we had like 2 chat channels. One for you chatting amongst yourselves and one for us. Because that would make it a lot easier for me. Had to remind Tim to pick you up, Cleo. You did. Jimmy England's on. Hi, Jimmy. Roger Channing's on. Are you on the island yet, Roger? Derek Walker's on. Garin Davis. He's not Welsh, but I like seeing Garin Davis in Welsh. Ian Mack. Hello, Tim Chris. Not from Santa Maria, lol. Oh, you're back home. Done already. And Jack Bell. Tony MC is also on. Right, I'm going to stop doing that for a second because I have, what's the word? I've got some news. It's not news, really. It's me begging, which is what it is. But I think what I can do is, first of all, I'm going to get it up here, which is the timothydowd.com. Can I move that? Yes, I can. There you go. Go to timothydowd.com and go to sponsor, which is also behind the thing. God, where is it? There is sponsor. And then if I go to this thing here and go to screen, I think that should show it. So you can actually see this now, I hope, and hear me, I hope. Hang on. Yeah, it's not muted. Good. So this is our sponsor page for all those lovely people that sponsor the channel through PayPal. And what I'm going to do, I've decided to buy this year, I want to level up the show. So at the moment I'm using my my MacBook Air and a Zoom F3 field recorder with 2 microphones and an extra camera, which is the Pocket 3 from DJI. And what I want to do is to level up to this setup. And this setup on the left, you can see a YOLO Box Ultra, which basically is a audio and video encoder and streaming device. So I don't need a phone, I don't need a computer. This is all in one, and it has the overlays and the double, what do they call it? The double, what do they call it? Like I can get 2, 3, 4 people on the screen at once, so multicam, that's it. I can do multicams, and also you get an easy dial-in. So there's also the dial-in feature is already built in, and I'm paying nearly €300 a year for this software, and so it would pay me back within three to 4 years, right? So I'll be saving that money. And also the camera that you see in the middle is a camera with built-in fantastic audio that I can plug these microphones in, or even go live with the stereo pair that's on top there. So that would save that. And then on the right there is an added extra that I fancy but I don't need, which is basically a wireless button to change scenes quickly, so I can have the monitor somewhere else that somebody else can look at or I can look at or whatever, and then that will do. And it even is compatible with my existing one. So the link is here. You can either press the actual thing here, or you can press the link underneath. I'm going to press the picture, and that will take you to what's called a pool. And what PayPal does, it allows you to create a pool of money, and you can say, I'm putting money in the pool, or I'm putting money just for Chris, for a book or something like that. So if somebody's sending a support channel, they can just send it as normal, or they can decide to put it in the pool. And what it says is that I am not allowed to use the money for anything but what I tell you I'm using it for. And so, and you can see how far it's going up. And as soon as I get enough money to buy the monitor thing, I'll buy that. And then when the money goes up again to get the camera, I'll buy that. And when the monitor goes up again to get the button, I'll get that. But once I get the first thing, which I'm hoping is by September, because that's when I have to renew my software. So basically, by September, I'm hoping to get enough money to do that. I'm going to be putting money in as well, and I put the first 25 in. So every time YouTube pays me, I'm going to put a bit of money in there as well. So if you want to join in on the whole thing, which is what we're coming back to, two's up again now, and we'll go to that one.
Apologies for the interruption.
No problem. Was it somebody selling you something?
It was a health issue.
A health issue.
A
there
health
you go.
issue, she said.
Yeah.
Mysteriously. Not to do with my shoulder.
All right.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, that's up there, and if you go to timothydow.com/sponsor, you can read all about that. So that's that out of the way. That's me begging out of the way. Now, obviously, I'm going to buy it also without your help. So if nobody decides to put it in, I'm still saving up to buy it. It's just that I can get it probably quicker if you guys help.
Okay.
And
And I won't be in a really bad situation if you keep it.
if you die, then you can sell everything I've got.
I'll help you, Chris. We'll set it up between us.
Yeah. Christy, so Clio say, oh yeah, that computer there's worth at least tuppence.
Yeah, I'll take it off your hands.
I'll take it off your hands. Or give me a fiver, I'll take it away.
Give us fiver. There, done deal.
Okay, so I've got to go and look at your commentarios now. Hello, Tim and Chris from not from Santa, we did that one. Anne-Marie, so Tony, MC, and Tricia, we did that one. Roger Channing, no flying tomorrow morning. Okay, cool, dude. Have a fabulous time, Roger. Evening, Tim and Christine, says Tina Rigby. Hi, Tina Rigby.
Hi, Tina.
Anne-Marie, evening, Tina. Vinny saying, I think this is the easiest way if we want to speak to you, Tim. I think this is the easiest way if we want to speak to you, Tim. Oh, by putting my name at the beginning, is it? Or sending me money. That's dead easy.
For a chat.
That's dead easy.
That sounds like vaguely
timothydow.com/work. I was going to do that in a minute. Pam Domain, Rocky Earth Guy, add a QQT comments if anyone's a question for Chris, Tim or Clio. Exactamon. Although in the new system, QQ doesn't work because I can't filter. But not many people use it anyway. So, and Craig's put the sponsor thing up.
Changes all the time.
bloody technology.
As soon as I've understood how to do something,
Yeah.
it changes again.
Yeah, but you're not touching any of this stuff, are you?
Chris, it changes
I
before
mean,
I have
all you
understood
do
it.
is sit and look at a screen, right? That's not going to change for you.
But she's listening.
I can't even see it.
That's because Creel's got yours.
Oh, so now it's my fault.
No, I'm just saying we've swapped it over.
I know.
You could sit next to me if you want, and we'll put Christine over there. In fact, we could have done that.
Yeah, because my shoulder's on the right-hand side.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, next time.
Next time.
If there's a next
There's
time.
no fault in this house.
There is no fault in this house. That's a rule.
Oh, I like that.
There's no fault in this house.
Okay, that's great.
I mean, it's quite easy because it's always my fault, so
Yeah.
there might as well be no fault.
Yeah, okay. That's your middle name.
Yeah,
Tim
exactly.
No Fault Dowd.
Tim, no fault doubt. Angry Velo saying QQ with recent protests in Barcelona and Mallorca targeting over-tourism and lack of affordable housing, where empathy and solidarity have been gained. Why attack tourists with water guns and smoke bombs? Good question.
I don't know about the smoke bombs. The water guns, I'm not in favour of that either.
No.
But I do think, we can talk about this at any time, I think a lot of tabloid press from English-speaking countries, she said, politically, have taken a lot of the protests out of context.
Yeah, I mean, basically, unless you've lived it yourself, don't believe anything you read in the rags.
Yeah, because
you
it's
know.
not anti-tourist. It's
Not, no. In fact,
anti-tourism model.
there are certain people on the anti-tourist or on the
In the
anti-tourist thing
campaign.
in the campaign that do tend to target tourists, though. Like they walk along the beaches and display water
Yeah,
guns and stuff.
yeah.
And I don't agree with that.
No.
Because there's a better way to make your thing known.
I do think, having grown up as a bit of a left wing, I was probably a wokerati when I was a
wokerati.
child. I grew up with a fabulously communist mother. I went to protests in Ireland a lot of the time and student marches, and they were well organised. And I did go down to one of the protests here, and it was very badly organised. It wasn't properly stewarded. Anybody who's been to any march anywhere knows you need stewards, and everyone needs to know where you're going, what the purpose of the march is, and why you're there. But the one that was down here in the south wasn't.
No.
So people were just going off on their own tangents and going face to face with tourists on the beach, which was completely wrong because it sends the wrong message. And
It does,
we're not, they weren't there. They shouldn't be intimidating individuals.
Have you got a soundbite that you could say what the message actually is?
The protesters say, and I believe they are against the current tourism model.
And what is the tourism model that's so bad?
Well, there doesn't seem to be any, there is control on building.
Right.
I mean, having lived in Tenerife for 25 years, I haven't seen anything but a 5-star hotel go up recently.
Yeah.
But what there needs to be is more control given to local councils about the kind of licenses that are given to developers for building apartment blocks, for instance.
Okay, like the one next door, for instance.
The one that's going up down here in Cayo Sabaje, from what I have heard from a source close to the council, that will be 90% residential. And that's not a choice. That they must, 90% of the apartments that are being built there have to be let to residents, so they have to be let long term.
Oh, right. So are they for letting?
So not Airbnb. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That
Or
means,
they can be sold as well to
Yeah.
owners.
right.
But
The owner can't do short-term lets.
They won't be, only 10% will be allowed to be used for short-term lets.
Okay.
So that is a move in the right direction.
Yeah.
There also needs,
Unfortunately, though, it's going to cost $1 million.
They're going to be
a thing,
expensive,
right?
we
They're gonna
know
be expensive. And that means to get your money back, you're going to have to charge $2,000 a month.
yeah,
Which is way over what the people that need to be housed can afford.
Of course, it's not the solution, but it's a move in the right direction. There needs to be more public housing built.
Right.
You know, it's, the last time there was a public housing complex built here, I think, was probably 15 years ago.
Right.
So, again, funds need to be released for public housing all over Spain, especially
And public
in tourist
housing
areas.
doesn't have to be shitty little houses, does it?
Well, they're not here. They're very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. It's not like council estates. They're like this beautiful. You know where the farmers market is,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
around there. That's all public housing.
Okay.
And they're beautiful houses. They're
And how
not
do you get on the
apartments.
list?
You need to put your name down. I mean, I know
And can anybody put the name down?
if you're a resident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though you come over, you're renting privately, and you can put your name down for a council house.
Yeah, but I mean, you would, I don't know the exact, I must find out for the next time I'm here.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, you would need to meet certain criteria in terms of, they would look at your salary, they'd look at the number of people in the family, they'd look at your own personal situation. I mean, friends of my daughters who are now in their 20s already have their names down for public housing. And they're with somebody already, they're planning to get married in a couple of years, so they put their names down now.
So basically, put in the biggest problem we got is that the people who work on the coast can't live on the coast.
Exactly.
So therefore, they've got to travel into the coastal regions. The second thing is that what I've heard is that when we have a water problem, a water shortage, which is we're on an island,
Yeah.
and sometimes we have
And
a
there's
water
no
shortage.
rivers.
There's no rivers. That what happens is the swimming pools and the hotels don't get the water turned off, but anything above the TF1, if they've got a water short, they get turned off first. And
I mean, Arona
so
and
that's
Adeje
the
are
type
not-
of thing they're looking at, right?
Yeah, they're already, I mean, the Cabildo, again, you have 3 different levels of government in Spain, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't.
Uh-huh.
But the Cabildo, which controls the island government, so things that are island-wide, like roads and waterworks, they've already said that they know that the water system is excuse me, antiquated, and certainly does not now serve the kind of numbers of people who are living here and people who come here on holidays.
Right. Right.
You know, I
In
mean,
fact, I used to complain about the people coming here on holiday that would rent an apartment all year and then use it 5 times.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's happened in the last month here.
because they can afford it on Northern
Here.
European salaries. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, it shouldn't be allowed. I mean, I've actually got a question from Simon Sutton George. He contacted me today. He's selling one of the apartments on the
In our
thing,
complex.
In our complex.
Okay.
And it's a 2-bed corner place, ground floor. A beautiful, beautiful thing in block whatever. And I think it's 290,000. So it's not the world.
No,
And
it's quite good for here.
yeah, and he was saying, what is the rules on short-term lets on the complex? Can anybody get a VV?
Well, the application for a VV needs to go through the Cabildo.
Right.
So
but what about the local? What about the
They're-
homeowners association?
I was asking this recently. People are allowed let their apartments in this community
To anybody?
to anybody, but they need to have a license. And it's still a problem that no apartments that I'm aware of in any of the blocks in our complex are displaying the VV, which, guys, that it's a plaque on the front door. It means holiday home, vivienda vacacional. So the question is, are they registered? Are they paying the license fee? And are they paying the correct taxes on the rent that they're
They
bringing
have
in?
actually just brought in a law in January, which is going to be enforced 1st of July, I
Yeah,
believe, whereby you can no longer rent your property out on Booking.com, Airbnb, whatever the online sources are, without a license number, which you get from the local council or from the Cabildo.
I think
I'm
it's the
not sure.
Cabildo.
You get from the
Island
island
government.
government, right? And you have to do that. Now, it's not a VV license; it's just a rental license. But I think that's going to first of all stop a lot of people doing it.
Yeah.
And secondly, if the people who do it, then they're at least controlled, so you know that it's a good
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, you're going to have a lot of people who bought an apartment out here as their second home and like to rent it out when they're not here. They're going
Yeah.
to get pissed off about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, having vacant apartments all over the southwest coast of the island, when there are people living in caravans,
Yeah.
are intense because they can't find or afford anywhere to live.
And
There's
now-
a discrepancy there.
And now there is a discrepancy, and now there's the problem, and there's always been the problem, but the problem of ocupas, which are the squatters.
Yeah.
And of course, if you don't get them out immediately, then
48 hours.
Yeah, 48 hours. So
Yeah.
if you don't chuck them out within 48 hours, they do get squatters' rights,
Yeah.
or what's it called? Ocupas
And
something or other.
And if they're clever, if they're working in tandem with, say, a gang, if they move in families, so if they're underage people living as squatters, you as the owner continue to have the obligation to keep water and electricity going in the house. You can't cut off the water and electricity because there are underage people living in the house.
So anybody under 18 living in the house as a squatter, you have to supply electricity and thing.
At the moment, I
and
mean, the
nobody
Spanish
pays.
law on squatters is absolutely in need of urgent change.
I mean, the thing is, I understand that when people, I think it comes back from the old days, which is again where tourism came in, right? That people were sort of saying, there's loads of places and I'm just going to go and live in one, right?
Sure.
And then eventually they say, right, we're going to chuck you out, or where do I go, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Or people who've been chucked out because their tenancy arrangement came to an end and the rent was doubled and they just couldn't afford it.
Right,
Where do I
right,
go? And
yeah.
I've got 3 kids. My husband's working probably 3 shifts a week. There's so many different
Well, the
reasons.
same thing happened here, not so drastic, but the same thing happened here. Is when we rented the place back in 2014, we were told by the rental company that it would automatically renew every year.
Yeah.
And it will be put up within inflation.
Cost of living.
Cost
Yeah.
of living, right?
Yeah.
And that happened for 7 years. And then the guy who owns the place retired, and his children took over, and then the law came in to say you have to guarantee at least 7 years if you're an SL, if you're a limited company, or 5 years if you're a private. You have to guarantee that you're
To
not
your tenants.
Yeah, to your tenants, and they took that as the people who were being thrown out after a year. Yeah, they now they're safe for 5 years at least, right? But it was interpreted by our landlady that, after 7 years I can chuck you out. So instead of as the original...
But the law was written badly, in other
the
words.
law was written so badly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we had a contract which says it will be automatically renewed for every year, increasing inflation. I said, is there any chance of being chucked out? No. It's totally, you're safe and everything, right? Yeah. And then 7 years later, they sent me they didn't even call me. They just sent me a registered letter saying drop the keys off on the 15th. And I went, what? And then I called them up, and the number they gave was an abogado in San Avino, a lawyer, right? And I said, am I being thrown out the flat? He says, what letter have you got? And I thought, oh, no. He says, just your contract's come to an end. I'll send you the new one. Oh, thank God for that, I said.
And then...
Sent me the new one, 38% increase.
Criminal.
It is criminal. It is criminal. But I don't want to say anything
I
because...
mean, there's so many things that need to be changed. And one thing that I'm always kind of banging on about, I suppose, there's an association of tourism municipalities. There's about 8 around the Canary Island. One of the big issues for local councils is that in Spain, your rates go to central government, and central government then allocate your funding on the basis of the number of residents who are registered in your town.
So
That's
therefore,
way
the
it
people
works.
who are not registered are actually stealing from us.
Not just that. There's 55,000 people registered in Adeje, for the sake of argument, more or
and
less.
there's 100,000 live here.
And 5 million tourists every year.
Yeah.
So public funding that they receive from central government is to cover things like sewage, public toilets, parks, water and green
Police.
spaces, police. So they have continuously argued for about the last 4 years since the association was set up that tourism municipality need to have an extra level of funding because they are looking after an inordinate amount of tourists who are coming to the town every year and expect five-star
I think
treatment
that's
on the
why
street.
Ibiza and Mallorca have done a tourist tax, because otherwise you
Yeah,
you
and
can't live.
I won't be surprised if it comes in here.
No, I wouldn't be surprised, and it's not a lot anyway. And you've just got to factor it in on your price of your holiday.
Yeah, but as long as there is, again, we're talking about law, as long as there is a very clear obligation on those who are collecting the tax to reinvest it in sustainable tourism or tourism services.
Yeah, that's also
and
another
that
thing.
needs to be really, really clear and transparent.
And where the money goes to a corporation that gets shipped offshore, and the taxes are paid in Ireland or wherever,
But- so it needs to be a very transparent law, and the money needs to be followed.
We've got straight into the meat of it without saying hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And what did you get today?
Well, I noticed
Today, a haircut.
A nice haircut, didn't
he's
you?
got a lovely haircut.
And what did your husband buy for you? Let me just put this like that.
He's gonna buy me
No, what I did I buy you? And you've used one already.
a face cream. What?
Well, that's also one. But your 5 books,
Audiobooks.
5 audiobooks, which we thank you for because I've used the PayPal money that we got
Oh, brilliant.
for Christina's 5
Thank
books.
you
There
very
go.
much.
And I did get you the cream, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then in the cream, there's this little sachet that she tried,
Okay.
which was like serum.
Ooh.
And she put it on, and she looked about 30 years younger.
Dun, dun, dun.
She
Like
did.
that.
Like that. It was really good. So I went out, so I'm hooked now, right? So I scanned the QR code, and I've got it from Amazon now. And if you get the night and day serum,
Okay,
and you do it on a subscription basis, you get it cheaper,
right.
and they deliver it straight to your door every 2 months.
That's kind of wonderful.
And it's like a $5 a
I
week.
just hope this wasn't something wrong with the sachet.
I think what it is just super glue.
And it's super glued
And
to
you're
your
like
face.
that, and then all of a sudden,
Okay, I need the name of that.
Give it
but it is
to
good.
me.
Revitalis from L'Oreal it is. Laser.
Ah.
Laser night and
Well, you
it
do
all-
look. I mean, I
It
said
does,
it
yeah.
the minute I arrived, Chris. I
Yeah.
told you were
She
looking
looks
really good.
You look really gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Ah,
So that was
I
worth
better
it.
leave these two. Get a room, you two.
Buffering, frozen. Oh dear.
Oh. Oh,
Oh dear.
maybe that's when I left.
It could be, yeah. I think this is probably old, but there you go. Are we buffering overheating problems? I don't think so. There's no overheating. Oh, maybe maybe that. No. It looks to me like we're not buffering. Well, maybe it's. It looks okay to me now. QQ, are we buffering? When was this? I can't even get the things on it.
Oh.
Oh, they're talking about Iraq now amongst themselves.
Yeah, because I was right. Missiles at the U.S. base in Qatar have been fired.
So, I mean, to me it doesn't look like it's buffering, but that might be... No, it looks okay. I think I'm moving. Anyway, yeah.
No.
Yeah, so thank you. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, there was a question from Trisha. She said, is the new stuff bulky? No, the pad is about the size of an iPad mini, but a bit thicker, so you can plug things into it. It's got its own battery, and it's got a SIM card in it. It's got a recording card if you want to record. It's all self-contained. You don't need anything. And if you can plug any camera into it, so I can plug my Pocket 3 into it. So I could actually use it on walks. So even the Pocket 3, I could have it on a stick, like I normally do, and then this thing would clamp to the stick. And I've got it so that it's what's the word? Balanced.
And it wouldn't be too heavy.
And it's not too heavy, no.
Okay.
And it comes on, and I can put it on the floor if I need to stop.
Yeah.
So
good.
no, I've looked into that because I wanted to use it for everything, because when I'm doing my walks, I've just got the little camera.
Yeah.
And I could even put this thing on a chest mount, you know.
Like a cop.
Yeah, like a cop.
Oh.
No, I still have the camera in my things. So it's quite small actually. The footprint's quite small, and you don't need to use the buttons if you're not on a table. So the buttons are basically when I'm doing Balcony Banter and Freaky Friday. and midweek meetup. So I'm hoping we're not buffering again. It looks like we're not. Beat me to it, says Anne-Marie. So let's get past the buffering. Stream back to normal now. Thank you.
Good.
I can remember being stationed near King Khalid military base in Saudi Arabia when American Patriot missiles launched an attack Scud missile. What a noise. My ears rang for ages.
Oof.
Alan, I think Iran has miscalculated, Marie, that they've been sponsored by proxy terrorists all over the world. I'm not even going to comment on it, for the simple reason is none of us know.
No, and we could sit here for minutes, days, months.
I mean, what I watched was that Iran was supposedly targeting a military base and accidentally got a hospital in Israel that was apparently evacuated 2 days earlier.
So they didn't kill.
Right. And then a hospital in Iran got bombed. So.
But they've also now bombed the prison in Iran as well.
Well, the thing is, we don't know, because I don't believe any of it.
And there are no foreign journalists are allowed inside Iran.
Yeah, I don't.
And no foreign journalists are allowed inside Gaza.
No,
and
right.
we could sit here, like, there's so many strands, threads, lines, points of view that it's not for well, I don't think it's for us for now,
No.
for chats.
You're right. You are watching Balcony Banter. Just do this. So before I open the thing, 2 things I got to do. If you want a earphone, I can unplug mine and get 2 little earphones, and you can have 1 each. Is that okay? Which is the ear that you're hearing? The right ear. Okay, I got to sit the other side of you then. Well, I know it might still work. So I'm going to take these and see if I can unplug these. You chat amongst yourselves. Well, no, I'll invite people in first, and then we'll do it in a minute, and I'll get this sorted when you can say hello to people.
Okay.
Can you still see people, can you?
I can see you two.
Okay, let's go to the guest. So we turn guests on, if I can see it. Bang. Okay. So I'm assuming that the first person in is going to be Adam.
There's a noise.
And here we go. And we're going to put him in guest 1 slot. There he is. Hey, Adam.
Adam.
I'm going to mute. There you go. Let's do this. There he is, cool dude, Adam. Cool dude. Thank you for coming in, my friend. This is Clio.
Hi, Adam.
CLIO. Yeah. Her name is Clio.
Hey, very good.
Very good, you know. And I am Tim. And this is CRIS.
Practice makes perfect.
TINE.
Very good.
Cool, dude. So what I'm going to try and do is I've got to go to the right here. There we go. So we can get 4 people on. So if Jesse and Michael come in, who've also registered, then I can get them all on. And what I'm going to do now is, just before we do anything else, I'm going to change this one to a. I'm going to add a camera.
Okay.
If I can add a camera, that's that. Overlays. There we go. So here's the overlay. I'm going to add a camera. I'm going to say copy paste. And then this camera is going to be camera 3, guest 3, and I'm going to put guest 3 in the middle like this and make it smaller. Like this.
Is he looking at my glasses?
Oops. No, not that one.
Are you trying to delete me, Tim?
Not that one. Not that one. I've got it. I can't get him anymore. Not that one. Okay, let's do Adam in guest 3 slot. I'll put Adam in guest 2 slot.
Oh, he's kind of hidden behind everybody.
Is this?
Isn't he?
Oh, hang on. Oh no, I gotta do it. I gotta do like this. Guest 1. Guest 3's gotta come up. There you go. Guest 3's gotta come to the top. There we go. And then put Adam in guest 3. There we go.
Okay.
Oh no, Adam in guest 2. I'll put guest 2 at the top.
He does like being part of this.
I know. So Adam in guest 2. There you go. There he is in the middle. There we go.
Oh, nice one.
So guest 2, guest 3, camera B, A, 1, and the eyes are down the bottom. There you go. There you go. So there's Adam now.
In the middle.
In the middle. Is he bent or something?
He's left. He left the room.
He left the room?
He left the room.
Okay. There we go. We'll get him in the middle there.
I'm waiting for the others.
We're waiting for the others to come in. Let's have a look to see what people are saying. Jack Bell, I own a property in Tenerife, however, should sell it. The only people who could afford it would be the Northern European salaries, Chinese or Russians. So British owners selling doesn't help. No. 2C TV Live, 7 p.m, says Rob.
What TV Live?
2C.
I don't know.
TOUSI TV Live, 7 p.m. Reminder to hit the like button, says Anne-Marie. Let's go back. Hi, Dave. Happy new haircut, Adam. Tim, it is please don't take this the wrong way, but if more no span... I'll start that again. Tim, is, and Tim is, and please don't take this the wrong way, but if more no Spanish residents decide to retire there, taken up accommodation, not causing a situation for the locals. I didn't understand that.
So if more non-Spanish decide to come and retire out here, are they taking up space for the locals?
No.
I mean, if they can afford the property prices, and if they have visas.
Hey, is that Jassy?
Hi.
Yes.
You look totally cool,
Chris,
there,
Tim. Hello, Adam.
That's it. Let's put Adam in guest 3 for now until Michael comes on. Okay, this is faffing about, I know. But this is what I need the new button for, you see.
There's always a need for new
I know,
technology
the
in
need
your
for
life,
new
Tim.
technology. So we're going to put Adam in guest 3. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. So, yeah. Jesse's been learning sign language as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I can't
yes.
do one-handed sign language doesn't work.
Cool, dude. I can hear some wind noise. Is that you, Jesse?
Yeah, I've just got the fan on here. Sorry, I'll just
Oh, no,
turn
no,
it
no.
off.
I'm hoping it's not me. I can put this on. No, it wasn't me.
Is it better now?
It is better now. Thank you very much. Is it hot where you are?
Yeah, it's been about 28, 29 degrees here in Maidenhead, Berkshire. So we've had lovely sunshine, a bit cooler today. So the weather's been really good here. So, and I think it's been good in most of England and Wales and Scotland too. So really awesome week.
It is. Oh, Jack Bell, I think, is following up with the local government should build for locals at local prices that they can afford. See, the thing is, every other country in the world, apart from Britain, don't really put too much stake in owning a property, right?
Very much. Well, England and Ireland.
England
they
and
both
Ireland
have this huge, like it's almost like a built-in DNA.
I think
that you
it
need
started
to own
with
your
Maggie
property.
Thatcher. It started with Maggie Thatcher to say everybody needs to be
Maybe in the
a
UK,
homeowner. Yeah.
A lot of things didn't start with Maggie Thatcher in Ireland.
No, but I mean,
in Ireland they say it was post-famine that there was this real kind of need for the Irish after we got over 10 million of us being killed or sent away, that we needed to own our own property.
Okay. Oh, because you didn't want the landed gentry.
Well, apparently it's quite a post-colonial trend that when a country finally gains its independence and freedom, having your own property becomes really important.
Okay.
In terms of your right to own, to stay and live where you want to.
I thought it was an economic thing rather than a political thing, but in a lot of other countries that I've lived in, rental is not seen as something that's...
It's not a stepping stone.
No.
Yeah, I know in Germany.
Germany most of it's rental anyway.
Until people die. I mean, they don't have this need to leave their house to their kids.
Yeah. But I think the problem is that the people who buy the properties or build the properties, they want a certain price for it.
Yeah.
And because housing is a commodity and not a not a right, then you can charge what you like for it. So what's happening is it's the people who are buying properties and spending that an exorbitant amount of money on them that are driving the prices up, not people who come over here to retire and rent.
No.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
that's not taking a local away. I mean, I am taking this apartment away from somebody else.
But it would be somebody else who's exactly like you who could.
Yeah, and basically it wasn't because I paid more. It's because I got here first.
Yeah, there's no bidding war on rental properties.
No.
There's quite a debate going on in Ireland as well, and it'll probably start here too, or maybe it's already underway, as to whether somebody does have a right to a home.
I think it should be.
I do.
Yeah.
And I'm not being wokerati
Well,
socialist.
no, I wouldn't even do that because wokeness is something that somebody's invented because
No, I
they
know.
don't
I'm
agree with it.
throwing it out there as an idiotic phrase. I mean, there is. So I think a lot of countries would say, well, no, there's no, like you have a right to fresh air and maybe a right to clean water, but do you have a right to a living space? And I
think I mean, I say this quite a lot, and it's very glib, but I think that we should make sure that everybody has enough before you start gorging yourself.
I completely agree with
And a lot of people, I mean, I know the Americans, they say socialism is I'm paying for you. It's one of these, you don't work for a living, you're a lazy sod,
Yeah,
you know, and that, but I mean, there was a song that came out, My Dog's a Socialist, because all he does is sit around, licks his balls a day, and I've got to feed him and water him and all that, you see.
Okay, yeah, but that's
And basically that idea has got to be changed, yeah?
completely. And I don't think it exists here in Europe.
No, no. And what's the payment that you can get? It's the UBS? No. Universal Basic Income, UBI.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
You heard of UBI?
yeah.
Well, UBI, when I've talked to people about it, they say, well, if everybody gets money to live, nobody's going to work. And I said, and everybody who says that, I say, so you'd give up work if you got dole, minimum wage dole?
Minimum
And
wage.
they go, no.
Exactly.
And I said, well,
Yeah,
what makes
because,
you think
I mean-
everybody else is going to do?
But then you do have the alternative. I mean, Britain and Ireland are both welfare states in a sense, where you can, once you become 18, you can claim the dole. And you have a dole. Here, there's no such thing as a dole for life. I mean, you can get paro, it's called in Spain, and you can get it, and it's pay related for about 18 months, and then you're on a very, very basic wage.
So, Adam was doing some sign language, and we were chatting away and getting
Sorry, Adam.
yeah, and only Jassy got it,
Sorry, Jessie.
and he was spelling out Tenerife Sunday.
So,
TENERIFE, and then day. What's day? Sunday. Edinburgh Honest Guide. We're going to put Edinburgh Honest Guide in number.
Oh, it's actually Saturday I'm going.
okay. Stop getting
I
your
read
days
Sunday.
mixed up,
Sunday,
Jessie.
the branch.
Good evening.
Hi.
And then we're going to go.
Hi all.
There you go.
Hi Adam.
Can you turn down the sound a little bit, is it possible, or my headphones?
Hello? Hello? Give us a sound
Hi.
check online.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I'm deaf as a post, so I've got it up as a... So, Jassy, you're coming on Saturday.
Yes, that's correct. I just got to put the fan on again. Hopefully the wind noise is not too bad.
That'll
Tim
be
is
all right.
absolutely roasting here. Yes, I am coming on Saturday, so I booked a flight with Ryanair. So really excited to come back, and I'm going to be staying in Cayo, Slovakia, the Blue Sea
Oh, wow.
apartments
Fabulous.
just down the road.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Across
That's
the
where
road.
Michael stayed.
That's
Oh,
where I
really?
stayed.
Oh, good. Yeah, it looks really cool. So I got a great deals, like one of the most cost-effective deals. I think I paid like 430 or something for everything for 5 nights. So
That's great.
flying back Wednesday. So yeah, it's a quick flying visit. So really good. Looking forward to Sunday and looking forward to our walk on Tuesday. And it's going to be great to be back in Tenerife.
Yeah, if anybody's on the island on Sunday, we've decided to go to the Tinge of Turmeric, the Indian place that I went to breakfast with the McMaster, and Chris is going to go. And Jassy, I think we're going to get a taxi because I can't
Okay,
put Chris in the car, lifting her in. So we can get a taxi that rolls in, and then I can.
Sure.
She doesn't have the wheelchair that we normally take out, so I'm going to take the push wheelchair. And that's smaller, isn't it? And that means we can get a taxi straight there. Then I just got to push it to the table, basically. And then when we're done, we can go for a little walk and then jump in a taxi on the way home. So I think they got
Absolutely, and I'm free all day. Yes.
yeah,
absolutely.
great. So yeah,
Lovely.
so what we'll do, we'll organise what time on Sunday we're going to do it. I'm not going to go live, I don't think, but I am going to film it if that's all right.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah,
What
I'm
are you
looking
doing
forward to it.
Sunday?
The Mac Master video was really fun.
Is it next Sunday?
This coming Sunday.
This coming
so,
Sunday, yeah, this coming Sunday.
6 days.
Yeah, in 6 days. So we got breakfast at the Indian in 6 days. I told you, didn't I? You're looking at me like you've never heard of it.
I know that.
So, and we've got Roger Channing and Christine and the family coming on Wednesday to midweek meetup. So that's all booked. And
Busy week.
it's a busy week, yeah. I don't have anybody for a walk tomorrow or Wednesday, though. Nobody. In fact, nobody all week. But I've booked myself on Thursday because I got a doctor's appointment at 9:40. So what I might do is go live on the way back from the doctor's and have a coffee down at the Momo's. So if anybody's on the island, they want to come for a coffee at Momo's about 10 o'clock or 10:30, then I shall be there. So
yeah, and I think Alan in the hat said he's going to be in Tenerife as well.
Okay.
Soon.
Yeah.
So he mentioned that in the chat, and we've got our Tuesday walk next Tuesday.
And
well.
Geordie Jeff arrived last night and was pickpocketed
No, where?
in the Three Horseshoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So be careful. Keep your wits about you. It was early morning and it was in a bar. So just keep your wits around you. And the first thing you knew about it is
don't
when
forget to pack your common sense.
it's the first thing you knew about it where his card got flagged because he was buying a load of fast food in London. Bing, 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 bing.
Oh my
bing,
God!
bing,
So it had
bing,
been cloned, or the number had been sent straight away.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a professional job.
Oh dear.
And the way they get around it is if you can set up your card that you can pay for stuff without a thing up to a certain amount of money, right?
By tapping.
And by tapping, yeah. And so all they do is they do the card, they clone the card, send the information over, they suck it down to another card, and then
it's
they
all
go
over the
to
place.
they go to a guy who's got a fast food joint or pretends to be a fast food joint. And am I looking the right way? No, I'm not, am I? I should be looking up there, shouldn't I? Pretends to be a fast food joint. And then bang, 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 €30. Well, it was a tenner, a fiver, a tenner, 20, 30, 50, 100, flagged.
Well, so was he able to block it?
He's
then?
cancelled everything now, but he didn't even know he'd been nicked. He didn't even know it'd been nicked.
Be careful, guys.
Yeah.
Be careful.
And he was just arrived, so he said that normally he'd just put a load of stuff in the safe and all that.
Yeah.
But it was his first night, and he thought I'll
Have
nip
a
down the
couple of
pub quick.
scoops.
Yeah. So that was a bloody shame. That was. I thought it might have been an inside job.
Ooh.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah.
Ooh.
But that's another story. Okay, Michael, thanks for coming in. Sorry I've been leaving you on the corner there for a second.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Nice to see you all.
You too, man. You got some news about your...
My Jag. Yeah. So
where did that word
I'm
come
on the
from, Jag?
Mojaro.
Yeah.
I started my Mojaro journey, and yeah, the first week I lost. I did a bit of maths wrong. My maths wasn't too good. I only lost £9, but it was still great for my first week.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow I'll weigh myself for the second week, so we'll see what that is. I'm going to do a video
£9?
tomorrow on
That's
£9.
That's about 3.5 kilos, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Maybe?
It's a lot for the first week.
2.2 pounds a kilo.
There you go. Work it out.
Well, yeah.
So I want to hopefully be another 4 or 5 down tomorrow. So I'll see tomorrow when I weigh myself in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel totally different, honestly. Yes, I'm using the Jag, so I'm having a wee bit of help.
I
But I
looked, you
kinda
looked
needed
slimmer
that
when
wee
you
bit
were
of help.
arrested.
Yeah, I have. There's visually I have changed. I've looked at pictures which I'm not putting online just now, but there is pictures that are showing a physical difference. Even my chin is not that double anymore.
Yeah,
So
that picture with you in the Y fronts, that was enough for me. I tell you,
Oh.
I haven't eaten since. I've lost about 6 kilos.
And what's that in pounds?
yeah, it's honestly. I think I'm past the. Like, I've cut out all the rubbish. I'm drinking lots of water, and I'm eating. But the Jag stops you from eating loads. So even though I'm eating the same stuff, but even a bit healthier, I can't eat as much because you feel fuller, and it does work 100%.
I reckon that it's salt water, and you've just hypnotized yourself into thinking that it's helping you. I really believe that because I've done exactly the same. And you know how I did it? Instead of doing the jab, I just wrote down everything I ate. And so what that did is I would write it down before I ate it.
Okay.
So it would be like 5 pints. Well, maybe I only
That's
have
not
2.
food, Tim.
Well, you know what I mean. You've got to put your drinks down
Yeah,
as well. So
no,
5
okay.
pints. No, I'll only have 2. And second portion of the curry.
Yeah,
No, I'm not going to
no,
have
won't have
that.
that.
Yeah, because I've got to put it. And also, I was weighing my food as well. So instead of like having 3 scoops of cereal in the morning, I'm only having 1 scoop because that's the That's the portion, you know. So I think you're right. You've got to do something, and whether it's jabs or whether it's tablets or whether it's the chocolates that we used to have as kids, you know, that made you go to the loo. Remember those?
No.
I can't remember the name of those. But
We
there's
had very
chocolates
different childhoods.
There's chocolates that people used to take to. There's exactly the same thing to take the edge
Laxatives.
off.
Laxatives or something.
They were also laxatives, but they also took the edge off your hunger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
But-
the smoothies you used to be able to drink as well. The smoothies.
But the thing is, long term, like so you have to know where you're going
Right.
after
Exactly.
the course is ended or something.
I'm
So-
going to put this on Christina's head. I won't be able to hear you for a second. I'm going to go
No.
and check the pizza dough because it's resting at the moment.
Is it rising or resting?
It's
We're
it's
having
rising.
pizza.
It's
Are you-
rising.
we shouldn't be talking about food.
I know.
Sorry about that.
I'm having a massive pizza. So you guys can
Chat among
chat
ourselves.
amongst yourselves.
Sorry.
I'll leave Christine and Clio in charge.
All right. So,
Jesse, what are you up to next week?
what's your schedule,
Well,
your itinerary?
Yeah, sure. So I fly out on Saturday to Tenerife, so Ryanair flight, and I arrive about 6 p.m. So I'm gonna head over. I got a transfer included, so go over to the Blue Sea Apartments. So really looking forward to it. It's my first time there. I'm not doing my usual hotel hopping, so I'm gonna stay in one place in one hotel for 5 days. So that's gonna be really awesome. And then I think this trip is gonna be slightly different. I'm gonna catch up with Webby, so I've already messaged him. So we will catch up with Tim and everyone as well too. But I'll take a bit of time just to have a bit of a break and actually have a bit of a holiday because, you know, as you know, like when I'm traveling, I'm filming a lot of the time. So I might, you know, create like 10 vlogs a day, even more. So I'm going to just take a bit of time just to relax and take it easy. So really looking forward to it. And yeah, it's going to be great just exploring that area. And, you know, it'll be good if I can get down to La Caleta as well, where I've been before. And then, you know, probably play La Pineda as well. And, you know, around where that marina is, I'm hoping to get to that part and then, you know, just get the bus back. But yeah, I'll be kind of taking it easy. So, you know, it'll be good to see everyone and catch up with, you know, Webby and Tim and everyone.
Good. Well,
Jesse, get a scooter. Get a scooter, Jesse.
I've never ridden a scooter. I saw your one though. You went up north, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Are they not
I went
too
up.
fast?
I went to Masca, and then I went up
Right.
the mountain. The mountain took the longest, and I was filming, so it took a bit longer.
You went
But
to Mascot on
yeah,
a scooter.
I went on a scooter up the
50cc.
mountain.
Oh,
But I
okay.
wore my shorts, and the higher you go, the colder it gets. But I think it was okay. You know, I mean, it could have been worse, but yeah, I would recommend it 100%. You've just got freedom to do what you want.
But you mean a sit-down scooter or a stand-up scooter? Like one of the...
Yeah, no, the 125s
Oh, okay.
scooters.
Yeah.
So
But be
125
careful.
scooter, which you can ride.
God,
So
I'd be
for 100 and
terrified.
what, 50 quid for 4 or 5 days, it's definitely worth it. You know what I mean? Do what you want.
Sounds like
Yeah,
a
it's
plan.
definitely an idea. Yeah, I could hire a car. I kind of prefer to be driven actually. I don't drive much these days. I prefer public transport.
That's
So
okay,
if I can get a
that's good.
bus around or maybe even book
Yeah.
an excursion, I do have Monday free. And you know, many years ago when I went to Tenerife for the first time, which was in 2023, I did a catamaran. That was great, and I saw some pilot whales, and
Lovely.
we saw some dolphins as well. So that might be an idea for my Monday. I'm not doing much on Monday, although let's see how it goes. It's a kind of flying trip. I've only got like 3 full days there.
Well, I've been getting the bus for the last month because I'm not driving, and while we just have one bus going in and out of the village, it does bring you places. So it's manageable. I mean, the public bus system isn't the worst in the world, and the buses are air conditioned, which is a real plus.
Most of them are also.
What's the weather like in
electric.
Tenerife?
Glorious. It's probably a couple of degrees below where you are. It's about 27, would you say?
I would say 27, 28 degrees.
Yeah, and there's a nice breeze.
It's pouring down the rain right now in Edinburgh.
Oh. Well, But I mean, I'd love a bit of rain. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, we need it because of for watering the aloe vera, because the aloe vera gets watered every 6 weeks when Jill comes and does Christina's hair.
Okay.
And then when it's finished, she takes a spray bottle and empties it in the aloe vera, and that's all it gets
Clever
these
woman.
days.
But you're gonna change that.
I'm going to change.
Yeah.
I've been pretty good this week. I cleaned the house top to bottom this week,
Yeah.
didn't I?
It's very clean,
Because
guys.
I had to clean it because it was a bloody mess, and our helper, our cleaner, well, she's not our cleaner really, she helps us out. She's back from a holiday in Argentina visiting a sister, and she's back, so I had to clean the house.
Before she came.
Before the cleaner came.
She
As
was
you do.
gone a
As
long
you do.
time.
Yeah.
But she does stuff that I don't do, like she does all the outdoor stuff and the windows.
Oh, the
and
house
all
looks
that.
great.
And it's good.
Yeah.
That was Friday though, so I've been pretty good.
Ah, keeping it up. Yeah, it is. No, I mean, my daughter is from here, and she loves going to Ireland, and she adores going out in the rain because it's such a novelty for us, isn't it? I mean, like a shower of rain, the Canarians stay in, and they presume schools are going to close, the roads are going to explode with rain, and all the rest of us go out without umbrellas and dance. Well, not quite, but I love a bit of rain. But maybe not if it's pouring down in Edinburgh every single day.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't say every day. We had nice weather last week. It was like 27 degrees.
Perfect.
But this weekend it's been okay, but it's been like windy and rainy, and then it's been warm and hot, and then it's back to a wee bit of rain. So it's been a mixture.
Sounds like an Irish summer. You leave the house
I
in the
don't like
morning.
warm weather. I've got 2 fans in the house just now. I've got one big one in the living room, and I've got like a air conditioning one in the bedroom for sleeping at night because it's just so hot.
Do you have
I
air
don't like
conditioning in your
sleeping
house?
in hot.
Do you have air conditioning in your house?
No,
No, me neither.
I have fans.
Yeah, but you don't need them, do you, really, at the moment?
This morning when I was working, I had the fan on for about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, and at night, no. Not last year, not this year. About 3 years ago, there was we get the Kalima here, which is this dust cloud, which when it comes in and covers the island and traps the heat in for a couple of days, that can be unbearable.
Especially when it's red.
When it's red.
When it's red.
Yeah.
I've only ever, in the last 11 years, I've only seen it once.
And that was COVID.
That was COVID,
February
yeah.
2020, wasn't it?
It was terrible.
Uh,
Stevie
you-
still wonders, saying 5 pints breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And Jassie's vlogs, you get in like Kevin.
Perfect.
Well,
I don't
Kevin was one
understand
of
how
the
you can
first
do 12 vlogs a
YouTubers.
day.
Yeah, I do one long walk, right, Michael? So what I do is I'll start from point A and then do one long walk and then split it up into 10-minute segments. And obviously if it's
Right.
over 8 minutes, then you can run the advert. But, my walks are actually 2 or 3 hours long that I do, which might include, a bit of food along the way, a few drinks in a bar as well. But that's how I tend to do it because, I'm only in these places for a short space of time. So you got to, try and get as many as I can.
So that's what I'm doing wrong. I go live for an hour and a half, right?
It should be.
And I get paid once for an advert, right? What I should do is stop every 10 minutes and say, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, you like what you hear, don't forget to like and
Yeah.
subscribe. Go off and then come back on again.
There you
Hey,
go.
it's Tim down here.
Guess who it is?
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
doing it all
It
wrong, Tim.
I feel it doesn't matter. See, if you do a 35-minute video or a 5-minute video, it's going to
What's
pay you
Adam
the
got
same.
there? Adam's showing you. Are they yours, Tim?
Huh?
Adam's showing us.
I don't know. We got to put him on. Let's see if we can solo Adam. Can we solo Adam? No. Just a minute. What did I do?
No, sorry, it was me.
All right. Oh, it was your pain, was it?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
That's
Where's
all right.
the
Self-inflicted.
split screen? This is it. So if we go to split screen
Oh, there.
and I solo Adam. Okay, Adam, show us what you want.
Yeah.
Hanging on.
Okay. Right.
Hang
we're
on a minute. We got
waiting.
you.
Dum dum dum.
Uh-huh.
Suspense.
Oh, he's showing us.
Ah.
Oh, YouTube.
That's
There you go. He's watching the YouTube.
Oh, very good.
Cool dude. So
Oh, thank you, Adam. That's
there we
awesome.
go. Back to that one. Thank you very much. And what else was I going to say?
I don't know.
I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was.
About the weather?
It was going to be
About
about
fans?
fans and air conditioning. I read that
If you were renting a house, you put only fans.
exactly.
What kind of people would you get renting it?
Only
Sorry,
fans.
I interrupted you.
I did. And as is your want.
That's it.
When we first came here, we were thinking whether to get fans. We got a fan for 1 year, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then after that, we just got used to the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your blood gets thinner, doesn't it?
I also think it depends on where your apartment is, southwest facing or northeast facing. I mean, I have no idea what facing my apartment is, but the sun only comes in for about 3 hours a day in the morning.
Right.
So after lunch, I'm in the shade, which is
So
great.
I think that's south.
Okay,
So it rises there and sets over there.
so mine is southeast facing. then.
Yours is south. No,
The
yours is
balcony's
west
over
facing.
there.
No,
Okay.
east facing.
Yeah, east facing.
Yeah.
And I have
And I'm west
blinds.
facing. But we've got this thing here. So we've got the sun all day on that side of the house.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. And it's either higher or lower depending on what time of year it is.
Yeah.
But we've only got one window on that side of the house, which is the living room window.
Okay, so it gets.
And I've got these silver. If you can look behind
those
Clio,
light blocky
we
things.
got these light blocking, and it's also heat,
brilliant.
anti-reflection heat. So
Brilliant.
they're great. So if we need to cool down, we just close all
Is
the
that?
windows.
Yeah.
What's Adam saying
I
now?
don't know. Is
Oh,
that another
he's showing the
YouTuber?
Night Strider, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that cost you 10 quid, mate. Showing the Night Strider.
Don't tell Webby he's opening another bar.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
I remember when my sisters came here for the first.
Webby's
and
opening
second
a
time.
bar.
Webby is.
No,
Night Rider.
the Night Strider is
He's got a
opening
bar,
another
buddy,
bar.
so he's opening another
Yeah,
one.
but he's bought the one next door.
What, the Fox?
Yeah, or the other one next to it. Can't remember what one
Swan.
it was. The Swan.
Yeah.
What? Where is that?
Yeah, he's expanding.
It's in between.
Not the Swan in Adeje near El Galeon.
No. The Swan in Los Cristianos.
Okay.
It's basically between the bus station and Pasarela Centre. There's a road,
There is.
and that road from the bottom of the bus station up to the Pasarela Centre on the
Oh, I know where
left-hand
Fox's is.
side.
Yeah.
The Fox is on the corner,
Yeah, I know where
and
it
then
is.
there's got another bar, I think, then Buddies, and then the Swan, and then the 19th
Okay.
hole, I think.
They're not my kind of places at all.
No, it's
They're very.
it's what do they say? If you know, you know.
Is that it?
If you know, you know.
They're tourists. I don't go to. I mean, sorry. That's a. I just,
Well, I don't go to bars out there
don't
anyway
go to
because I don't
bars,
want to.
yeah.
I don't drive. Trisha's saying the Swan. Look up to talk to him. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I realise that you're up there and I'm down here.
you mere
I can
mortal.
see right up your nose, Clio.
You are such a mortal.
I am because I'm looking. What I'm doing is I'm looking at
There
you.
we go. What are we looking at?
Oh, there we go.
Scotsman.
Oh, that's a
Scotsman in
Scotsman in
Tenerife.
Tenerife.
No.
There you go. Don't cry
There
for
you go.
me,
I'm pointing the right way,
Argentina.
haven't I? Yeah.
Pauline's asking, what new books have you been reading?
I've just ordered one new one,
Money.
but I don't know what it's called.
I know exactly what it's called because I got a message when you buy it.
Moriarty.
Moriarty.
Yeah.
Raquel sent me a factura.
Ah,
Where are we? Audible D. Deine Bestellung bei Audible. Ihr Guthaben sind bereit, Tim. Deine Bestellung bei Audible. No, that's the Guthaben.
And the other book is about Gandhi.
Oh, that's
About
right.
Gandhi.
Leanne Moriarty. Here one moment, and I assume gone the next.
okay.
And the other one is an autobiography, the story of my experiments with truth. An autobiography by Gandhi.
Oh.
There
Okay.
you go. Those are the two books that she just bought
So that's what she's reading.
with the Guthaben or with the credits.
And I just finished a biography about
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, nice one. Does he smash the book at the end of it?
Throughout the book.
Is it good?
He burnt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been doing good, haven't you?
Yeah.
And this morning we had some PayPal payments. Thank you very much for all those people that contributed. And I can get 5 credits for €39.
Okay.
So they're usually €50 for 5 credits.
Oh, okay.
And so for €39 I get 5 credits, and you can buy any book you want, and it doesn't matter what the
Yeah.
price is.
Cool, dude.
Because all you have to do with Audible, and I might even have if you don't have Audible, I might even have a link somewhere where you can go and get a free book, and if you decide to pay
A subscription?
a subscription a month, then we get a kickback as well. So if you're into audiobooks or you want to get into audiobooks, let me know and I'll send you a link where you can get a free book.
Okay.
And then if you decide to subscribe after that, then Chris gets a
kickback.
kickback.
Oh.
Cool dude.
I'm still deciding whether to invest in a Kindle or not.
A Kindle.
Yeah. I know. I'm so behind the times.
Yeah, but do you like reading, or do you?
I read non-stop.
Yeah, I know, but do you like actually looking at the pages, or
The
do you get into
problem
the age
is-
now where your sort of head goes like that?
No. The problem for me with my back is the weight of the books.
The weight of the books.
Like holding up a
Yeah.
book is.
Right. And those
I
tomes.
generally now read with books on the table.
So a Kindle would be. What you really need then is these glasses, isn't it? Where you could just.
Or I need audiobooks, but I
Okay.
think I like reading. I like words.
So you're not getting a word in edgeways, you guys online.
Sorry.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut up for now, and I'm going to ask Jassy what are your next plans apart from coming to see me. What are your next plans in the immediate future and the future following?
Yeah, right now, as you guys will remember, I left my work at the end of February, so I've been traveling since then. I've been to many countries like Santorini. I was in Lloret de Mar last week, and other places around Spain, Costa Dorada. So I'm really traveling right now. So I think in the coming months after Tenerife, I'll be planning a few more trips, and then probably August, September, I'll look to getting back into the workplace, back into the corporate life. Although I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I'd like to do maybe something completely different. But let's see how it goes. I made some good connections
Well,
at
how old
a
are you now?
Canberra event. How young am I? 51.
Well, there you go. That's,
Yeah, 51.
I retired at 53, so why bother going back
Yeah.
to work?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. I think I kind of look at life in a different way compared to when I was in my 20s and 30s.
Right.
Of course.
So yeah, so I just got to figure things out, and I've got mortgage to pay and bills and things like that, like most people do. So I've just got to kind of work out the finances. But I think I've got a really good 6 or 7 year plan here, and just got to just focus on that. So right now, yeah, I'm just going to enjoy my travels, travel as much as I can. As I mentioned before, I've been working for 27 years non-stop. You've only like 4 weeks holiday, so it's good to have a 6-month break. It's more like it's almost like a sabbatical for me, I would say. So yeah, I'll just keep on traveling, and then I'll look to getting a job in September. So that's the plan right now.
Well, if you live in Maidenhead, so if you sold the house, you'd be a millionaire anyway.
Well, that's part of the plan, Tim, right?
Hey, you've uncovered
Let's see.
it.
Let's give it a bit of time. Yeah, it's a 6 or 7 year plan. So
Okay.
absolutely. And then as I've shared, just to recap, my long term plan is to move to Spain. So
Mhm.
right now I'm kind of bouncing around ideas to perhaps move to Malaga. So
Mhm.
actually every trip that I do to Spain is like a scouting mission for me, because
Okay.
I'm actually
Right.
looking for somewhere to live in the future.
So
But I'm thinking I
290,000,
could do.
you get a flat down here with a massive terrace.
You can view it on
Oh,
Sunday.
really?
Yeah, you can actually view it,
Oh.
and I'll put the link up on the thing. You can go and look at it. 290,000, and if you buy it and rent it out,
Properly
it'll,
with the
it'll
license.
pay for itself in 6 years.
Oh wow, yeah,
And you
yeah. It
can have
might be
dinner
out of
with
my
Tim and
budget,
Christina.
but why not? No, I think it'll be good. Yeah, I should come and maybe look at some estate agents if there's any around the town, so I can certainly do that. And then
Simon
my
Sutton
thinking is,
George is a mate of mine, and
Yeah.
he's just selling this one now. And he sold Webbies, so he's a good boy, and local lad. Well, I'm saying he's local. His wife's local. But he's local now, isn't he? So I've
Well,
just put
if
the
I'm
link
local,
up.
he is. Yeah.
So this is basically our flat in reverse. on the ground floor with a massive terrace.
Oh, it's one of those beautiful ones.
Yeah. So, where your kitchen door actually goes out onto the terrace as well. So
Oh, lovely.
that is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, let me look at it. I think the way for me to go would be to rent, I think initially, but I'm thinking maybe I could do 8 months in Spain, in Malaga, then 4 months in Tenerife or Lanzarote, or just kind of move around a bit.
Yeah.
I think renting is the way for me to go. I'm not sure I would invest in Spain because I heard that they got all these new 100% tax laws coming in as well.
Oh,
So
is
I
that
need to
right?
look at that side of things, inheritance tax
Okay.
and all those things too.
And I also, as someone who's living here now with an elderly parent, one of the downsides that I really didn't think much about was the distance from Tenerife, the distance from the Canary Islands back to the UK or Ireland. If you need to go somewhere quickly, it's a long, long, long way to go. It doesn't sound like it, it's 4.5 hours, but if you're in the mainland, if you're in the Spanish Peninsula, it's 2 hours. And I just find it's a disadvantage that I hadn't factored in. I mean, I'm not going to move because I live here, but I didn't think it would be so tedious as it is to fly back to Ireland every 6 weeks, which I'm doing at the moment, and expensive.
Oh, that's great.
Pauline's
Yeah.
saying you should
Yeah, that's
definitely
really
get a
good.
Kindle. Michael, when's your next holiday?
My next holiday is going to be Mexico in September,
Cool.
Mexico.
and I've booked Florida for next year, so that's my target.
Oh,
So that's why I'm doing the
Andrew,
whole.
are you?
I'm not going with Andrew. No, I'm not going. I will tell
Did
a
you
wee
rent his
secret though.
house?
I did watch a couple of his vlogs to get some information, but yeah, it's what can I say? I booked day 2 holidays, and there's not much planned between then. That's it. Doing
And you're still doing
videos.
your local vlogs, right? Your Edinburgh.
I'm still doing local. I think I'm going down Blackpool on the 19th of July.
Oh joy!
So yeah, I think I'm going down there. I'm not too sure yet. I need to find somewhere to stay. But I'm actually going live tonight, so I'm going to have to shoot and prepare for that.
Oh, what time's it going on?
If you do-
7:30.
No, 1:15. But it's all right. You stay on. It's
What about
fine.
7?
But if you do a
Quarter
vlog
past seven,
from
yeah.
Blackpool Pier, is
No,
it
no,
a
I've
vlog?
got to do the pizza anyway.
Yeah,
So we're
I
going to
need my
wrap it up
dinner.
now, so you can come straight on.
If anybody would like to come over, obviously you can. I'm going to talk about my Manjaro and how it's been for me and my journey through the first and second week, and basically how much weight I've lost and stuff like that. So
I'll put you on
I
in the
just want to talk
background while I'm
about that.
cooking, but then
Brilliant.
when we're eating, I won't be able to do that, and I'll come on later if you're still on. If not, I'll watch you on catch up. So I'd like to thank,
That's fine.
first of all,
It's
I'd like
nice
to
seeing
thank,
you though.
I'd like to thank Adam. And I'd like to thank Jassy, and I'd like to thank Michael. I'd really like to thank Clio for coming over and supplying the wine.
And interrupting you constantly.
Constantly and consistently. And I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, Christine,
I'm going to say bye, guys.
Bye.
who's
See you, Michael.
patiently going to see
See you soon.
you, Michael, who's patiently sat in the corner there waiting for a pizza, smiling even though she wants to smack me head because I'm a bit of a slackhead. And we'll see you on the next one. Tomorrow morning's walk. I don't have any walk tomorrow morning. Anybody to walk, so I don't know where I'm going.
Stop looking at me. I'm not going with you.
No, what I might do is just walk in the local village again. I know it's a bit boring, but I might do that. But I don't think I'm going to get in the car tomorrow.
Maybe I'll come.
Oh, if you do come.
Ah, there you
go. So I might take Chris with me on a walk around the village with this chair.
Yeah,
Yeah, we won't go far. I don't think you go down the beach with that, can you?
probably not.
So we'll just go down, have a bacon butty and momos, eh? Right, Jassy, last words.
Yeah, really looking forward to coming to Tenerife on Saturday. We're gonna have a awesome time, and it'll be great to see you all. And Clio, if you're around, it'll be great to maybe grab a coffee if you're about.
Well, on the
Yeah.
weekend, what time are you arriving on Saturday?
6 o'clock, you
It's
said, didn't you? 6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Probably be about 7 till I get there in Kayosavaki, but I'm around Sunday.
You're landing about
Monday,
6.
Tuesday. Yeah,
I could pick you up at 6.
I've got oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Tim. I got transfers booked though, so that's all included. I'm gonna have a coach drop me off.
Okay. Okay. So as soon as you arrive in the village, let me know. and I'll
Yes.
come out for a pint with you.
He's looking at Christine.
Tranquilo,
Well,
tranquilo.
yeah, I was
tranquilo.
going to message
gonna do that.
Webby very kindly sent me a message, a voicemail. He said, "Yeah, well, he's going to take me out for beers, so but I'll ping you as well when I'm."
Okay, no, if Webby's with you, I don't want to come. I've had
Too
enough of
many
him.
egos in the
I've
room.
had enough of Webby. If you're watching, Webby, I love you. Right, let's go. See ya. Wouldn't
See
want to
ya.
be you. See you, Jesse.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, you've been watching